In this video, we're going to be talking about how you can prepare for your law school final exam. As it relates to law school exams, your professors have a lot of flexibility and freedom to choose how they can test you. For instance, some professors draft an exclusively essay-only exam. Some professors might do half essay and half multiple choice. Others might even throw in some short answer questions to the mix. It's important to make sure that you are preparing for your exam, whatever the format is going to be. And depending on the format, preparation might look a little different. Remember, the goal is not to just study, but rather to be studying for your exam. So let's talk about some tips for how you can do precisely that. The first tip might seem obvious, but it is definitely something to think about early in the semester, and that is to figure out the format of your exam. Some professors might not know the format of the exam early on in the semester. If that is the case, as the exam gets closer, ask your professor or try to get this information from another source. Maybe the professor posted online, maybe it's in the syllabus, or maybe you can find out from 2Ls and 3Ls how the professor has structured the exam for this class in the past. You want to make sure you have this information so that you can prepare and plan accordingly, which is precisely our second tip. Once you understand the format of your exam, then start preparing for it. If your exam is exclusively multiple choice questions, that's important to know. You want to make sure that, of course, you have the law memorized, but also that you're comfortable with your approach to multiple choice questions, because there could be a strategy behind how to answer multiple choice questions. You should complete enough practice questions that you feel comfortable with this type of question as you're going into the exam. But similarly, if half of your exam is essay-based, you don't want to exclusively prepare by just doing multiple choice questions. You're going to need to make sure that some of your preparation also includes writing essay exam answers. So again, understanding the format of your exam and then preparing accordingly is very important. If you find out that your professor includes multiple types of questions in the exam, like some multiple choice and some essays, try to figure out how your professor plans on weighing those portions of the exam. And then you should spend your study time accordingly. If 50% of your grade comes from the multiple choice section, you really want to make sure that you're spending a healthy amount of time preparing for that section of the exam. If multiple choice questions are going to be a smaller percentage of your grade, then you'll probably spend more of your time preparing for essays and a little bit less time on the multiple choice section. In order to get the best grade possible on your final exam, it's important that you are studying for your exam and not just studying to study. Lastly, make sure you set aside some study time to take practice exams. Some people feel great about multiple choice questions or essay questions. They have a great approach and they know how to tackle them. But then having to do them under time constraints is a completely different thing. So make sure once you have spent time understanding the format of your exam and preparing for it accordingly, you also put yourself through the exercise of doing timed practice. This way, you can ensure that not only can you answer the questions, but you can do it under a time constraint. Knowing that you've practiced this way will really help improve your performance on exam day.